SQL interview question and answer. Question number 41. How does self-join work in SQL? Where do you use it? This question is asking about while combining tables horizontally, one of the joining type is self-join. How does it work? Give an example. Where do you use it? A self-join in SQL is a join that joins a table with itself. A self-join is based on the value in the column of a table as it compares to the value within another column in the same table. It returns one or more rows depending upon the joining criteria. One simple scenario where we can use self-join is given here. By using employee table, suppose we are going to create a report that displays one employee reports to another in an organizational structure, or that means reporting manager for each employee, then we can use self-join. That means we have used here simply one table, that is employee table. To explain this question, let me identify number of records and number of columns in this employee table. By using select star from employee, we can identify number of records. It has only 7 records and 5 columns. Columns are ID, name, employee name, salary, department ID, and manager ID. Next step, I am going to use self-join using that employee table to identify manager for each employee. To identify manager for each employee, I have used employee table 2 times. First of all, I use employee with alias name E. After then, I use employee again with alias name M. Let me select e.id as employee ID, e.name as employee name, m.name as manager name from employee E, join, that means it indicates inner join, employee M, joining condition, e.manager ID equal m.id. When we run this code, we will get result as shown below. That means result contains only 6 records and 3 columns which we have selected. 6 records here indicating each employee name and manager name. For example, here Kevin reports to Kelly, Alex reports to Kelly, Aliza reports to Kelly, Kelly reports to Nina, Nina reports to Vance, Jess reports to Vance, and here it is showing here Vance is the highest person in this company. That means it is showing here there is no manager name for Vance, because from this list manager ID for Vance is null. That's why it is showing here only 6 records. Let me run this code in our Oracle developer window and observe the result. This is Oracle developer window where I am going to run those code which I explained before. First of all, let me check data from employee table. We use select star from employee. Let me run this code. This is our result. Result indicates here employee table contains 7 records and 5 columns. Columns are ID, name, salary, department ID, and manager ID. But from manager ID column, for Vance ID number 109, it is showing manager ID null. Next step, creating report showing reporting manager for each employee. To get such type of the report, we use self-join, joining employee table with itself. That means I have used employee table 2 times. First, I use employee table with alias name E. Next, I use same employee table with alias name M. Let me select e.id as employee ID, e.name employee name, m.name manager name from employee E, join. By default, join means inner join. Employee M, joining condition E dot manager ID equal M dot ID. That means I have used employee table 2 times. That's why it is self-join. Let me run this code and observe the result. This is our result. Result contains only 6 records and 3 columns. Columns are as we selected: employee ID, employee name, manager name. It has only 6 records because manager ID for Vance is null. That's why it is not showing here. It is showing here employee Kevin reports to Kelly, Alex reports to Kelly, Lisa reports to Kelly, Kelly reports to Nina, Nina reports to Vance, Jess reports to Vance. And it is showing here Vance, he doesn't need to report other person. Looks like he is CEO of this company. In this way, we can identify manager name for each employee by using self-join. That's all about question number 41. Thank you.